old adage, goodbyes are hard. It's true. They're hard, YouTube. Yes, they are. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be uploading tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Don't you worry, I'm not talking about leaving YouTube. Goodbyes are hard. Especially for me in this scenario. So, it's been a slice. 2025 has been a slice, meaning a good thing, good training, sound training, consistent training, healthy training, happy training, joyful training. You know, no injuries, no niggles. I mean, nothing. I just feel great. And I'm not going to rehash all the 2025 running goals right now with you. We'll do that at the end of June, all right? A second quarter check-in, all right? See how everyone's doing out there. But here's one of my goals, all right? There it is on your screen. You know it. And it's like, it's just fun. It's fun to chase goals. If you're not, and it's not for everybody, you can be a runner and have 0 goals every single year. You can just go out and run. That's totally cool. But for me, it's like, it's really fun. And some of the goals are race-oriented. Some of the goals are just training-oriented. And that's what the 4,400 miles is, okay? I'm a kid of the 90s, growing up in BV. What did we do? What did I do? I ran. I had a Timex, and I went, and I used, I think it was MapQuest. Remember MapQuest? And I would chart out on a computer with dial-up internet a course for like 3-mile loops and 4-mile loops from the house, 5-mile loops, and I'd go run it. Sometimes before school, sometimes after school. This is like late 90s and obviously in the 2000s in high school. I love to run. It's been, I used to say 20 years. It's been long past 20 years now. So, here's the chart, all right? Here's the chart. I think I started tracking about 2017. There was definitely a dead period there from 2010 to 2017 where I was still running, but I wasn't, I didn't have a GPS watch. I didn't have Strava. I just went and ran, like many of you out there. We just were runners. But it is cool to be able to connect with runners around the world through YouTube, through Strava, and just check in on everybody. See how they're training, see where they're training, seeing how they're seeking beauty out there in their pictures. I'm just going to say, join up DeMoor Global Running on Strava, and there's 14,000 runners in there, and basically it's just, I go in there to see the pictures and to see where everyone, and just, it's amazing where you all run around the world. I digress. Bottom line, running is in the blood. Training, maybe not as much. Racing, it is. Don't worry, I like racing, I like training, but there's a difference between running and training. Training, you're training. You're trying to run fast. You're trying to get faster. And there's moments in my life where I'm calling myself out where I just love running. Like today, did I even share? I don't even think I shared it. I already doubled. It's like 2 o'clock. I already doubled. 10 in the morning, 10 in the PM, 10 afternoon run. Nice and easy, testing out a new shoe. But it's time. All right? It's time. That graph here's the volume graph. I am on pace now. So the goal, 4,400 miles, I'm 150 miles ahead of pace. That's one thing I do like about Strava, is that it tells you kind of what pace you're on for your annual goals. And I think for me, my KPI, one of them, that 4,400, it's a good, just accountability partner. 44, it's so fun. It might take you time. If you're newer, you're probably like, Seth, what are you talking about? You're crazy. What are you talking? First of all, that's a lot of running. I get it. But when you have little breadcrumbs ahead of you to chase, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be miles, doesn't have to be vert, doesn't have to be how many workouts on the trail. It could be, there's a million different ways you can set breadcrumbs ahead of you, put that carrot on the stick, and go chase it. And it makes, I'm just going to say, it brings a little excitement to the annual calendar year, okay? So that's why I like these volume goals for me personally, and it takes time to develop what volume you should be at, okay? you can see, like, I've kind of, I've kind of waved a little bit. Some of those are injury years. Some of those are life happening years where life gets busy and it just doesn't happen. But I've kind of found that happy place where it's like, okay, I can train at this level. I can stay mostly healthy, not all the time, but mostly healthy. But now, I know it's time to pivot. It's time to go fast. It's time to reduce. It's time to say goodbye to the volume. I'm actually literally tearing up a little bit because I love the running this much. And I know, so if the rest, I just did a calculation before hitting record on the camera. If I run 11 miles a day, every day for the rest of 2025 without missing a single day, I will hit 4,400 miles, basically exactly. 11 miles. For me, that's lower volume. For me. For you, it might be medium, might be high, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. But so when I'm used to running much higher volume, it's hard to let go. But I know the aerobic engine has been built for years. And I know in 2025, it's been a good start, almost halfway, not quite, to this year. And I know I got to rein it in. I can't go for 48 or 49 or 5,000 miles. I got to rein it in, and I'm excited about it. It's perfect timing for the mountain running and the FKTs. And this will probably last till October, November. I'll probably ramp it up a little bit again in November, December, depending on what goals we shoot for in early 2026. But it's a fascinating dichotomy that you might have to wrestle with in your training and your training log. Mine's over there, where you're like, you know what? And that's the question of the day. How are your legs feeling in 2025? All right, right now, how are they feeling? All right, mine feel good, but I know they are ready for a reduction and they're ready to let it rip. So I'm going to go from, I hit, since Jersey City, I've hit 130 miles, I think 4 times. And that's a lot. I get it. It's a lot. And there it is in kilometers. There's a gentleman who commented yesterday and said, Seth, can you please bring back the translation from miles to kilometers? And so yes, here it is. So now, instead of 110 to 130, I'm going to, 80 to 95 or 75 to 95 or 85 to 99. Or there's probably going to be a week or two between now and October that I will hit 100, 110, 115. I don't anticipate going higher than 150, but only like once or twice in the next 5 or 6 months. I gotta go fast. I gotta sharpen, and it's just been a good start to the year aerobically, and now we gotta tighten the screws a little bit, if you know what I mean. Cade, you get the comment of the day. No single mile or single workout makes or breaks a training block. It's about stacking and consistency. Amen, brother. Amen, Cade. That is amazing, and that's what I feel fortunate to be able to do at this stage of life. And so anyway, that's the goodbye. I'm saying goodbye to running high volume, all right? But saying hello, because for me, 80 to 90 to 95, the legs are going to be much happier, because when you are running that high volume at my age, sometimes the legs struggle to go fast. So I'm excited. And I knew it was coming. This is not like something out of the blue. I knew it was going to happen at some point this year. I just didn't know when. It starts now. All right, onward we go. Volume talk? Let's go volume talk. Lots of volume talk in the YouTube ether sphere. No, what is that called? The YouTube algorithm sphere right there. All right, see beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.